Welcome, how are you doing? Today we are going to try to build something to keep an ice cube frozen for 24 hours. So hopefully most of you are pretty warm in your house, and if we were to leave an ice cube just sitting out on this plate, for example, it would not last for 24 hours. Let's think about how heat energy is transferred or moved. So if you were going to go outside on a snowy, cold day, you would probably want to put on some layers. All right, I have gloves on, a headband, and a warm winter coat. So I'm ready to go outside. By wearing all of these items, I am insulating my body, and I'm going to slow the movement of my body heat from me to the outside. So let's think about how we could insulate our ice cube so that we could slow the movement of the heat energy that's in our house, that we maybe have wood stoves or furnaces that are keeping the air in our house warm. We want to slow the transfer of that heat energy to our ice cube. And mine is already starting to melt, so that we can keep an ice cube frozen for 24 hours. So winter coats and jackets and gloves keep us warm and slows down our energy, our body heat from leaving us when we're outside. So let's think about things that maybe you have in your house, materials that would help to slow the heat energy for keeping our ice cube frozen. So if we think about insulators, let's think about if you were going to drink hot cocoa, what kind of cup would you want to put it in to keep it warm? So maybe a styrofoam cup or an insulated thermos and things like that to help keep your hot cocoa warm for as long as possible and to slow that movement of heat energy. So if you have at your house maybe a styrofoam egg carton or some styrofoam beads, packing peanuts, you can use those to help you with your cooler design. There are tons of materials you can use, and you can get as creative as you want. I have some wool socks, some old wool socks that are clean that I'm going to try to use in my little container here. Bubble wrap. There's little pockets of air in each of these bubbles, and so that will help insulate our cooler. If you have newspaper, you can use that to help insulate. Plastic bags, cardboard. So look around your house. Maybe you have a dish towel that you can use to help wrap in. And we are going to build these coolers in a shoebox, or if you have a small packing box, like a small Amazon box, that will work too. Another thing that you need for inside your container is something that will hold the ice cube and any water that melts from your ice cube. So if you have a plastic container from your recyclables that you can use, or if you have a little cup that will fit inside your box with your lid, you just want to make sure that it will fit inside and the lid will still close. Okay, so if we're going to have our cup that's going to hold our ice cube, you want to think about not having the heat transfer into your ice cube in this whole box. So we don't want heat to get in the box or near the ice cube. So I want to layer inside and then put my container and then pack all around it. As you can see, my little ice cube that's sitting on my plate here is getting much smaller by the second. So I definitely need some sort of container. My ice cube is not going to make it. We are going to be opening it for the first couple of hours every hour or two just to see what our ice cube is doing. So don't make your container really challenging to get into and to have access for the ice cube. We do want to be able to see it. Once you are ready to put your ice cube in, just take a moment to think about a cool spot in your house where you can keep this. Now, we're not going to cheat. The point is to see how well our container works to keep the heat out and keep the ice cube frozen. So don't put this in your freezer. But if you have one room in your house that's a little bit cooler than another room, that would be a good spot to set this. So get your ice cube. You want to note the time. You can either put it on the data sheet that I have posted on here, or you can just write the time down so you know when the ice cube went in, and get it sealed up for now. Okay, I hope you have a nice spot for your cooler to sit. I'm gonna keep mine in a cooler room in my house. Right now I'm very near the wood stove, which is not gonna be great for this cooler. So find a good spot for it. Mark down your original dimensions of your ice cube, and then in 1 hour, go and check on it and just quick open it up, see if you can notice any differences. If you want, you can measure it. If you don't have a ruler, there is a ruler that you can cut out at the bottom of that data sheet. All right.